This hour we are going to be going over adverb clauses of time. Okay, and I do apologize. I needed to take a little bit of a break, run to the bathroom, and then come right back. So that's why I'm starting just a little bit after schedule. But this class is really awesome. It will help clear up any confusion about how we talk about time, either in the past or in the future, or things like how and when we are going to be doing things. Okay. And let's see, if you do not have the document that we are going to be going over, let me go ahead and put this in the chat box for you to download so you can look at it. Okay. There we go. Also put it in the Google chat box. So just in case if your verbling chat is not working, you can go ahead and grab it on the Google chat. Okay. Now, if you have not been to one of my grammar classes before, I usually do one grammar topic every day that we go over. We read about the topic, and then we go and we actually do practices. And you can ask any question that you have about them, and I'll try to the best of my ability to explain what the answer would be and how we would use that. I do corrections toward the English, or the American English, sorry, the American English style of speaking. And I also make pronunciation corrections toward that style of speaking as well. Okay, not necessarily in the correct way of saying them based on what the dictionary says, or how other people write them out phonetically, but how we actually say the words when we speak. So let's go ahead and get started with class. We've got. Let's see. Abdallah, Sami, how are you?
Yes, I'm fine. How are you, my teacher?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Any news for me? Anything new happening?
Oh, what? I didn't.
Anything new happening? Any news for me? Or is it the same old, same old?
Same old.
All right, cool. All right. Welcome back to class. It's good to have you here.
Yes,
Let's go to Bruno. Bruno, how are you?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Now, Bruno, where are you from?
Portugal.
Really, from Portugal? Interesting.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
And what do you do? Are you a student, or do you
Yes, I'm
work
a student. I'm a
Okay.
student.
And what do you study?
I study computer technician.
Okay, you're a computer technician. Excellent.
Yep.
Very cool, man. Well, good to have you here today. Let's
Thank
go
you.
to, let's see, Diana, how are you? All right, make sure that your microphone is not on mute. I can't hear you right now.
Okay, yeah. Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Fine, thank you.
Awesome. And Diana, I have not had the pleasure of having you in my class before. Where are you from?
I am from Colombia.
From Colombia. Excellent. And what part of Colombia
Yes.
are you from?
I am from Bogota.
Bogota. Excellent.
Yes.
And
Yes,
what do you do?
Thank you.
What
I
do you
am a
do?
student.
Okay. And what do you study?
I am pharmacist.
Ooh, nice. And are you
Yes.
planning on staying there in Colombia and practicing pharmacy there, or do you plan to move to another country? What's your goal?
I would like to stay in Argentina. I like Argentina.
Very nice. Is that where
Yes.
you're at right now?
Yeah, tell me?
Is that where you are at right now? You're in Argentina?
No. I am in Bogota, but I will travel to Argentina.
Okay, cool. Have you been to Argentina before?
No.
Argentina, or actually the city of Buenos Aires is one of my favorite cities ever. I love Buenos Aires. So
Yes, it's a
I
beautiful
hope you.
place.
It is definitely. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you are able to go there. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Cool. Welcome to class. I'm happy to have you here. Let's see. We've got Inga. How are you, Inga?
I'm great, thanks.
Good. Welcome back to class. I'm glad I didn't fully put you to sleep. I was concerned about that. I called your name and you didn't answer, and I was like, oh no, I put Inga to sleep
Just
again.
I had some problems with my microphone.
Sure, no problem. No problem. It's good to have you back here, Inga.
Thanks.
All right, let's go to Ismael. How are you?
Fine, thanks, teacher. And you?
I'm doing really good. Now, I'll always remember what you do, but your country always seems to elude me. So I know you work with helicopter simulators, but let's see. You're going to have to remind me again. What country are you from, Ismail?
I am connecting from Turkey.
From Turkey. Okay.
Yes.
Ismail down from Turkey. Okay. Great. And how's everything going?
It's good.
Good.
I work. Same old.
Same old. Nice. All right, man. Cool. Well, welcome back to class. Let's go to Kubra. Kubra, how are you?
I am fine, and you?
I'm doing really well. Thank you for asking. And how were your classes today, Kubra?
It's okay. It was okay. I have just 2 class today.
Okay.
4 hours.
Okay, that's that's nice and easy. Very good. All right, well, welcome back to class, Kubra. I'm happy to have you here.
Thank you again.
All right, and Leila, how are you?
Hi, teacher. Nice to see you.
Good to see you
I
as
am
well.
good. Thank you. And you?
I'm doing really well. Now, I had your sister in my last class, and do you guys live in the same house, or do you guys live in separate places?
No, the same place. Yes.
Okay. All right. Very cool. So
Yeah,
how's everything going?
You are the favorite teacher for us.
Well, thank you. That's very flattering. I thank you for the compliment. And Leila, so how's everything going with you? Everything nice and fine and smooth?
Yes, nice.
Okay. Very cool. I know your sister's working on her graduation project. Now, are you younger than she is, or are you older?
Yes, I am older.
You're older, okay.
Mhm.
And so, have you already graduated, or are you still in school? Are you still in university?
No, I graduated. I finished my university, and I don't work yet.
Okay, all right. And so are you looking for a job, or are you just hanging out and seeing where the wind takes
Not
you?
yet. After knowing the English, I'll look for the job.
Okay, all right. Very cool. Well, welcome back to class. It's good to have you here.
Thank you much. Thank you.
Awesome. Let's go to Osama. How are you doing, Osama?
Hello, I'm great, yeah. How about you, teacher?
I'm doing really good. Now, Osama, I remember having you in class, because I remember your British accent, and I know. Let's see. Give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second.
Take your time.
All right. Okay. Let's try this. Tell me what you do before I guess on your country, because I have an idea, but I'm not exactly positive. So tell me what you do, Osama.
I work for myself. I have a small company.
Okay. And what is it that your company does?
We sell everything about computers, and also we fix computers.
Okay. So you sell everything like computer accessories and things like that?
Computer accessories, yes. Monitors, keyboards, mouses, and everything. Hard drives.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Oh man, not bringing anything up. Let's see. Now, are you okay? Are you in the European continent or South American continent?
Neither.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh man.
I live near to Portugal and Spain.
Are you in Morocco?
Yeah, yeah.
Really?
That's true,
I totally thought that you were. See, okay. Honestly, the first name that came to mind, I was like, okay, I remember him. I believe he's from Chile, but I was like, I don't think so. And it's mainly because of your last name. And I'm like, okay, he may be from Spain, but I can't tell. Okay, so you're living in Morocco.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I live in
All
Morocco.
right. Okay, so cool. How is everything going? How's life treating you so far?
So it's okay. Everything is fine. Yeah.
All right, very good. How
Nothing special.
Nothing special. All right. So are you at the end of your workday right now? Is it? It's getting pretty late there in Morocco right now, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's 7 o'clock, 7 p.m.
Okay. And what time do you guys close up shop?
We close the shop. Yeah, because I'm the boss, so I go out. Yeah, I go out early. Yeah, early from the shop. But the shop is now open. Yeah, it's open now.
Okay.
I have some employee there working now. Yeah.
Okay, and they work until a little bit later at night.
Yeah,
okay.
They continue working. Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's awesome. Good for you, man.
Thank you.
Great. All right, let's see. Last student, and this is Yasin. How are you?
Thank you, teacher. I'm good. Everything okay here? And you? How are you?
I'm doing good. After this hour, I'm gonna go meet up with a buddy of mine, and my wife and we started writing another song, and so I want to go meet up with him and hopefully finish it today. But we'll see if that happens. I really like the melody, so we'll see if I can push hard enough to have the ideas come out, and then be able to finish it. If not, then I'll have to push it to another day. But I'm excited to go out and play some music today, anyway. So yeah, that's going to be my afternoon. How was your day like? Just work, nothing else?
Yeah, I working every time. I joined lesson all day.
Okay.
And I teach it programming language C++.
Okay, so C-Cow?
What?
I believe that's called C-Cow, C++.
C++.
Yeah, they in the United States they call that C-Cow. C-Cow.
C-Cow. Okay. Thank you.
C-Cow. I don't know why. My dad is a computer programmer. He's been working as a programmer since the 80s, and so he's been doing this for a really long time. And I just never got into it. I wish I would have now. I wish I knew how to do so much more with the computer than I know how to do. But I have other things that I do that he can't do. So, all right, very cool, you guys. Excellent. Thank you for sharing a little bit about your lives. Let's see. And okay, so Bruno, one more time. You're from Portugal, right?
Yep.
Okay,
Portugal.
so Portugal. And Ismail, you said Turkey?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Whew, man, I don't know why it's so hard. Man, sometimes my brain works well, sometimes it doesn't. Anyway, okay, you guys. So we've got our grammar lesson today, and we're going to be focusing on adverb clauses of time. Okay, and we'll explain what those are, and I'm sure once you see it, you'll be like, "Oh, that's what it is," and then we'll study a little bit more on that. Okay, so let's go to this document. If you do not have it, let me put it up once again in Verbling chat. Okay, and thank you, Yasin, for doing that. And yep, you put it in both places. Awesome, thank you, sir. Very cool. And let's go to let me switch. Dang it, I didn't want to do that. Here, let me switch to screen sharing. All right. Okay. So when you first get here, you're going to see table of contents, and I want you to scroll down. We're going to go to page number 2. All right. If you haven't been in my grammar classes before, I like to read about the grammar, the rules, and then go from there into the practices. Okay. Let's start off. I've been starting off today on the right side, so I'm going to keep that tradition up for today, and I'll probably go back to the left side tomorrow. So Yasin, let me have you read this first paragraph on page number 2. So where it says phrases and clauses down to where it says number 2, please.
Okay, teacher. The phrase is there are 2 types. Okay.
Or right here where it says phrases and clauses. So tell us what a phrase is and a clause. Go for it.
Okay. Phrases and clauses. A phrase is a group of words that does not form a complete sentence. A clause is a group of words with a subject and verb that forms a complete sentence. There are 2 types. There are 2 types of clauses: an independent clause, which is a complete sentence, and a dependent clause, which requires the presence of an independent clause to make up a complete sentence. Dependent clauses serve the function of a noun, adverb, or adjective. In the unit, we will discuss adverb clauses of time. There are usually 2 possible structures to the sentences that use adverb clauses of time. 1. Adverb plus subject plus verb. I don't know this. Not that. Subject plus verb. 2. Subject plus verb. Punctuation adverb plus subject plus verb.
Okay, so what they're saying here in this parentheses is that there is a comma. There is a comma there? Okay, so what they're saying is you'll have an adverb, the subject, the verb, comma, then the subject and verb. Okay, so that's what they're meaning by punctuation. Other than that, you would have the subject and verb come first, then the adverb without any punctuation, then the subject and verb. Okay, so let's go through and we're going to read about these rules. Okay, remember, so we have our notes here. Okay, so this is going to be the term. Present tense is here in the middle, past, and then future tenses. Okay, so Osama, let me have you continue reading. I'll have you read all the information that's in the first. So this first row of 5 boxes. Go ahead and read those, please.
Okay. Term after, when, once, as soon as. These 4 phrases are similar in use. As soon as implies more immediacy. Once is less common, used more in poetry. Term subject verb subject verb. The verbs are both in the simple present. Term subject verb subject verb. The verbs are both used in the simple past. Some strict grammar books require the use of the past perfect in the time clause. Term subject verb subject verb. The verb is the time clause is used in the simple present. In the other clause, the simple future is used.
Great. Layla, let me have you read the next box, starting with before, or the next boxes.
Okay. Before, there are not anything. The verbs, term, subject, verb, subject, verb. The verbs are both in the simple present. And in the past, term, subject, verb, subject, verb. The verbs are both used in the past, simple past. Sorry. Term, subject, verb, subject, verb. The verb in the time clause is used in the simple present. In the other clauses, the simple future is used.
Okay, great. Thank you. And let's go to Kubra. Let me have you read the next series of boxes here, starting with while and as. Go ahead.
Okay. While as. These two phrases are similar in use. While is more common. While and as are followed by the present progressive. The other clause is in the simple present. While and as are followed by the past progressive, the other clause is in the simple past. While and as are followed by the present progressive, the other clause is in the simple future. Finish.
Okay, good. All right, thank you. Let's go to Ismail. Please read the boxes regarding until.
Yes. Until never begins a sentence. It is always used in the middle. Subject verb until subject verb point. Both verbs are in the simple present. Use in the past subject verb until subject verb. Both verbs are in the simple past. Use in the future subject verb until subject verb. The verb in the first clause is in the simple future. The verb in the second clause is in the simple present.
Okay, great. Let me have Inga read about since.
Since is only used for past meaning, not used in the present. Subject verb, since subject verb. The verb in the first clause is in the present perfect or present perfect progressive. The verb in the second clause is in the simple past and not used in the future.
Okay, good. Let's go ahead and go to Inga. I'm sorry, Inga just read. Diana?
Yes.
Let me have you read about whenever, please.
Okay. Whenever in present, whenever subject verb, simple present in both clauses. In past, whenever subject verb, simple past in both clauses. In future, not used.
Good, thank you. Let's go to Abdallah. Every time, please.
Yes. Every time, as with other terms, every night, every month, every summer. Every text is a simple tense. Every subject verb, simple present and both tenses. Every subject verb, verb, simple past and both tenses, not used.
Okay, and as long as goes to Yasin.
Okay. As long as is usually used in the middle of the sentence. It is often used with the verb later. Not used. Subject verb as long as subject verb. The verb in the first clause is in the simple future. The other verb is in the simple present.
Okay, very good. And our last one here, Osama, please read about by the time.
Okay. By the time, a metal bell should ring in your head, indicating the use of the past perfect tense. It is used when you are late. By the time, subject verb, rarely used, simple present, simple present. By the time, subject verb, the verb in the time clause is in the simple past, the other verb is in the past perfect. By the time, subject verb, rarely used, the verb is in the time clause, is in the simple present, the other verb is in the future perfect.
Okay, good, excellent. All right, let's go through and we are going to read some of these examples. But first off, I want to see if you guys have any questions for me about what we have just read. Anything that I can clear up? Anything like that?
Teacher, how can we memorize all of these formulas? Is there any?
It just
Anyway,
comes with practice. You can obviously keep this link. Okay, save the link and go over all of these exercises. All of the answers are down at the very bottom. Okay, but yeah, it comes with practice, and once you get to a certain a certain level, especially like I know when I was learning Spanish, I learned a lot of the basic rules, and then everything else that I learned came from listening. So I would hear someone say something, and I would my brain would start to work and go, oh, okay, that's how they say that. And then I would start to use that, and that's how your brain starts to work. So once you learn a lot of the basics, start paying attention to how we say things. Watch TV in English, watch movies in English. Okay, take away the subtitles. Okay, and force yourself to listen and speak in English, and things will start to become a lot easier for you. Then these rules will start to make sense. Okay, but yeah, for now, come to VerbLink. Practice the practices that we have during these classes. Okay. Any other questions about these time clauses? Nope. Okay. Let's go ahead and practice. We're going to read through some of these examples, and then we're going to get to practices. So let's start off with numbers 1, 2, and 3. And Osama read last, so let's go to Layla. Let me have you read numbers 1, 2, and 3, please.
Okay. After I get home, I always check my email. I always check my email after I get home.
Okay, good. 2 and 3, please.
Yes. Okay. Can you exactly? Okay. When she lived in Montreal, she spoke French every day. She spoke French every day when she lived in Montreal. As soon as Bob finishes his studies, he will move back to England. Bob will move back to English as soon as he finish his studies.
Yeah, and that should be England as well. They made a typo here. It shouldn't be when
Yes.
Bob will move back to English. Okay, good. And I recognized you stop. You're like, that doesn't make sense. All right, very good. Okay, Kubra, please read numbers 4, 5, and 6.
Okay. Before Vicky goes to bed, she has a cup of warm milk. Vicky has a cup of warm milk before she goes to bed. Before Edward finished his dinner, he had to leave. Edward had to leave before he finished his dinner. 6.
Yes.
Before Isis leaves for China, she will call you. Isis will call you before she leaves for China.
Excellent. All right, Ismail, numbers 7, 8, and 9.
while I was studying for the exam, the phone rang. The phone rang while I was studying for the exam. As Ashley was leaving the house, she saw a squirrel on the lawn. Ashley saw a squirrel on the lawn as she was leaving the house. Frank usually works until he finishes his tasks.
Good. All right. Numbers 10, 11, and 12, please. Inga?
I will love you until I die. Leslie has worked at Neely's since she came to Minnesota. Omar has lived on 66th Street since he moved to Vancouver.
Great. Okay. Numbers 13, 14, and 15, please. Amil? Emil, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, please read numbers 13, 14, and 15.
Whenever I see my boss, I get nervous whenever I see my boss. Whenever Jack goes to another, Jack lost whenever he walks another. Every time teacher calls me, not for an hour.
Okay,
Teacher,
just tell right there. I'm having trouble hearing you. It's not coming
okay.
through quite clearly. It's really choppy. Do you know if there may be an issue with your microphone, or and maybe your connection's a little low right now? Are you using Wi-Fi, or are you using Ethernet? Emil?
Yes.
Are you using Wi-Fi, or are you using Ethernet? Are you plugged in?
Yes.
You're using Ethernet. Okay, it may be a little slow. We'll try a little bit later to see if it gets a little better. But I could barely understand you. Okay, let's go to Diana. Let me have you read numbers 17 and 18, please.
I will never call you again as long as I live. By the time Mel got to the theater, the film had already started. The film had already started by the time Mel got to the theater.
All right, and Abdallah, number 19 and numbers 19 and 20, please.
Yes. By the time the doctor got to the emergency room, the patient had died. The patient had died by the time the doctor got to the emergency room. By the time Sharon gets home tonight, Aunt Sally will have left. Aunt Sally will have left by the time Sharon gets home tonight.
Okay, very good. Excellent. Let's go ahead and scroll down. Now, we are going to pass exercise 1, okay? And we are going to go to exercise 2. Okay, this is on page number 5. Here we're going to be inserting the correct adverbs. So we have until, when, by the time, after, as long as, and while. Okay, we are going to be inserting these in the blanks here to to correctly complete these sentences. Let's start off with Yasin. Let me have you do numbers 1 and 2, please.
Okay. I will never go to that restaurant again as long as I live.
Good, as long as I live, okay?
Number 2, I will not come to your house until you apologize.
Good, until you apologize.
Yes.
Okay, great. Let's see numbers 3 and 4, please, Osama.
Yes. She was fired when they found out she had stolen $500. So it's when.
Yes, good. When.
The next sentence is the team lost its first game. All the players were sad. After the team lost its first game, all the players were sad.
Good, good. After.
So it's where. After, yeah.
Yeah, and with this sentence as well, you can also say all the players were sad after the team lost its first game. So you can use that in those two different ways. So you can start off with that adverb, okay, and then you see how it goes subject verb and then subject verb. Okay, this is what it was referring to. So having the adverb here, okay, subject the team, okay, verb lost, okay, it's first game, and then subject the players were sad, okay? So that's how it's working, and you can start that by saying all the players were sad as well. Okay, Osama, do number you did 3 and 4. Okay, good. All right, man, thank you. Let's go to numbers 5 and 6, please. Leila.
Yes. My sister got home last night. I had already gone to bed. When my sister got home last night, I had already gone to bed.
Okay. Now, when we use the word when, all right, we wouldn't be using the
while. No, until. Yes.
Well, the correct answer here would be by the time.
Time.
Really.
Okay, by the time is when we would use the perfect past. Okay, so I had already gone to bed. All right, that's how we would say that. Now, if we use when right here, when my sister got home last night, I was.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I was already in bed or I was asleep.
By the time my sister got home last night, I had already gone to. Okay. Hannah
Yes.
ate. Thank you, teacher. Hannah ate breakfast. She washed the dishes. After Hannah ate breakfast, she washed the dishes.
Good. Yes. After Hannah ate breakfast, she washed the dishes. Good. Thank you, Leila. And numbers 7 and 8, please. Let's see. Kubra.
Okay. Sorry, 1 minute. 6. 6 or
Numbers 7 and 8.
oh, okay.
There you go.
My mother come. I had already left. By the time my mother come, I had already left.
Good. Yes. So you're matching that to what we did in number 5. So yes, by the time, okay, I had already. Okay, good. Yes, by the time my mother came, I had already left. Okay, good.
Okay.
And 8, please.
8. Oh, okay. Mary will stay with the baby. Baby there comes. Until
Good.
Mary
yes.
will stay with the baby until the babysitter comes.
Good. Yes. Until. All right.
Until.
Nice. All right. Very good. Thank you, Kubra. Let's do numbers 9 and 10, please. Ismail.
Yes. Josie was sleeping last night. She had an incredible dream. While Josie was sleeping last night, she had an incredible dream.
Exactly. While Josie was sleeping last night, she had an incredible dream. Great. Okay. All right. The next
John's
one, please.
mother
Number 10.
finishes cooking school. She will get a job in a restaurant. After John's mother finishes cooking school, she will get a job in a restaurant.
Good. So yes, after John's mother finishes cooking school, she will get a job in a restaurant. Now, the last time I taught this class earlier today, we had also used when. Okay, saying when John's mother finishes cooking school, she will get a job in a restaurant. Okay. Now, either one is okay to use here. Right, when she finishes and then after. Now, grammatically speaking, after would be the best one to use. After John's mother finishes cooking school, she will get a job. But I do want to let you know, you will hear people say when instead of after. Okay, and that's just how some people would speak. Okay, you may hear both of them. Okay.
Yes.
All right, let's go to, let's scroll down and go to our next exercise. Oops, here we go. All right, so we're going to scroll past exercise 3. Okay, and past exercise, or sorry, we're going to stop here on exercise 4. All right, now here, I want you to tell me if it's written correctly. All right, so we're going to be testing our grammar here as well. All right, Abdallah. Oh, it looks like you already took off. All right, let's see. Ismail went last. Okay, so Inga, let me have you do numbers 1 and 2, please.
Okay, no, I have never been visiting to that country. No.
No, it's not correct.
No, I have never.
How would we? How would we fix that?
I have never been visit that country.
Okay, so there's two ways that we can fix this. Okay, the first way, yeah, who wants to jump in?
It's me, Osama.
Okay, go for it.
I have never been in that country.
Yes, that's one way to fix it. So
Yeah.
taking out visiting, okay, and just saying I have never been to that country.
Yeah.
No, not to visit, just to that country. All right. Now, what's the second way we can fix this this sentence? How about if we take out the verb, or yeah, how about if we take out been?
I have never visited that country.
Yeah, what would we need to do here to the end? We would need to say visited, right?
Yes.
Okay, I have never visited that country. Okay, good. So those would be the two ways that we can fix this sentence. I have never been to that country, or I have never visited that country. Okay, good job, you guys. All right, number two, please, Inga.
Every summer she's going to the beach. Every summer she goes to the beach.
Good. Every summer she goes to the beach. Nice. Okay, let's go to Esra, and we'll have you do numbers 3 and 4, please.
Okay, I have been loving you since I first saw your beautiful eyes.
Okay, is that sentence written correctly or incorrectly?
I think incorrect.
Okay, incorrect. And why would you say this is incorrect? And what could we change?
Sentence, we can say, I have been loving you.
I have been loving you.
Your beautiful eyes.
Not here in this sentence. Okay, we couldn't say I have been loving you. All right. We would need to say we would need to use the past tense because we have saw. Okay. And loved is actually correct. So saying I have loved, okay, would be absolutely correct. Okay. So actually here on this sentence, Esra, this is written correctly. I have loved you since.
Can we say okay?
Okay, so
can we say also I have been loving you?
I have been loving you. You could not say that. You could not say that. Here in this sentence, that would be incorrect. Saying I have been loving you. Okay, we would need to say I have loved you since I first saw your beautiful eyes. This sentence is written correctly.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Let's go to number 4, Esra.
And next one. Okay. Next Sunday at 3 p.m. she will be sitting in a movie theater. I think it's true. It's correct.
Next Sunday at 3 p.m., she will be sitting in a movie theater. Good, good. Yes. Excellent. Now, Inga has some good advice for you here in the chat box, Esra. Up above on page 1 or 2, you can read about since, and it's only used in the past tense. Okay, so when you get some time, take a look at that, and that'll explain how we use since. Okay?
Okay, I just opened the verb link and just jumped into the lesson. Okay.
Okay,
so
gotcha.
I didn't concentrate on.
It's okay. It's okay. Make sure that you copy this this link here and save it so that you can go over the rules. Okay. That would be really good. Okay. And welcome back to class, Esra. It's good to have you here. Let's go to Emil. Let me have you do numbers 5 and 6, please. Emil, I cannot hear you. All right, 3, 2, 1. Diana, your turn. Let's have you do numbers 5 and 6, please.
Okay. In 2020, Hansen will be returned to his country. I think it's wrong.
Okay, good. It is wrong. How can we correct that?
In 2020, how Hansen will be returning to his country?
Yes, we can say will be returning and add ing here at the end of return. What's another way that we could fix this sentence, Diana?
Oh, I don't know.
Does anybody know the second way we can fix this sentence?
Yes, Chat.
Okay, how could we fix it, Ismail?
Will be to his country.
Oh, well, we would still need return. Okay, so the first way to fix that would be Hansen, or however you would pronounce that, will be returning to his country. Okay, the second way to fix this would be to take out be and say in 2020 or in 2020, Hansen will return to his country.
Okay.
Okay, all right. How about number 6, please, Diana?
Henry's brother has been in jail since 2006. I think it's right.
Good. Yes, that is correct. Nice job. Okay, let's go to numbers 7 and 8, please. Yasin.
Okay. By the time Ray got to the airport, the plane left. I think the sentence is false. But
okay.
I think got the false, but I don't know.
Okay. Well, I can tell you we're missing something right in between plane and left.
Had
left.
Had
already left.
Okay, yes.
Okay. The plane already left. Okay, thank you.
No, we would need to say had already left, or had left.
The plane had left.
No, yeah. Sorry. So yes, the plane had left or had already left.
Okay, thank you, teacher.
Okay.
And
yeah, 8, please.
While John driving to school, he was drinking coffee. While driving to school, he was drinking. Okay. The sentence is false. I think false.
All right. And why is it false?
Yes, I think false. But driving to school, he was drinking coffee.
We need something right in between John and driving.
Yes.
Was driving, was.
Yes.
Was driving.
Good. Yes. So was driving, so that it matches
And he
was
drank.
drinking.
Drinking.
Okay. So we have while John was driving to school, he was drinking coffee.
He was drinking.
Yes. Okay, teacher. Thank you very much.
Okay. The other way to say this would be to take out John. Okay. So if we already know that we're talking about John in a further sentence, we can say while driving. So skipping over that. So while driving to school, he was drinking coffee.
Teacher, sorry. We can use the while John was driving to school, he drank coffee. It's possible.
Yeah, you could say that. You could say while driving to school, he drank coffee. If you already know that you're talking about John, okay. So you can skip over that that subject here. So while driving to school, he drank coffee. Okay. Actually, would that make he drank coffee? Only if it was done. Now, if you are telling a story.
Okay.
If you're telling a story and it's happening in that moment in the story, you would definitely have to say he was drinking coffee. Okay, now that's if you're telling a story and the story is going on at that moment. Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, if it's definite and over with and done, you can say he drank. Okay. The more common way to say this would be while driving to school, he was drinking coffee, or while John was driving to school, he was drinking coffee. Okay, so that would be the most common way to say it. Now let's go to Osama. Let me have you do numbers 9 and 10, please.
Okay. So sentence number 9. After Maria takes biology and history, she takes physics. It's a false sentence.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna try to. After Maria takes biology and history, she will take physics. She will take physics.
Yes, she will take physics. Excellent. Okay, and number 10, please.
Sentence number 10. Kathy was still sleeping at 6 a.m. yesterday. It's a false sentence.
Okay.
So let me try. Yesterday, Kathy was sleeping at 6 a.m. without still.
Okay. Now you can't.
Yes.
Let's say that one more time.
Yesterday, Kathy was sleeping at 6 a.m.
All right. So here you would need still in that sentence. So this sentence would be correct. Kathy was still sleeping at 6 a.m. yesterday. Okay, that would be a correctly written sentence. Yeah, it's correct. So Kathy was still sleeping at 6 a.m. yesterday. Or Kathy.
Why is it correct, Jack?
Why?
Why is it correct that we teach the students, we use still in present tense?
Yesterday, let's see. Kathy was still sleeping. Kathy was still sleeping at 6 a.m. yesterday. Okay, so.
But I think that still has to do with
still is false.
Kathy was still sleeping at 6 a.m. yesterday. I guess it depends on the contents or what's going on around the sentence. Because if I'm talking about, if I'm telling you in a story that Kathy was still, and I came home and Kathy was still sleeping at 6 a.m. yesterday. Okay, if I'm telling you a story. Okay, and Osama, me and you were sitting down and we're having a drink, right? And I was like, so dude, I came home yesterday, and Kathy was still sleeping at 6 a.m. Okay, I've already talked about yesterday. Okay, Kathy was still sleeping at 6 a.m. and she needed to be up and at school at 6:15. I couldn't believe it. I don't know what she was doing.
Yeah. Okay.
In that sense, it's absolutely correct. Okay, if we're talking about Kathy was still sleeping at 6 a.m. today. Let's see. Let me check and see how far off I am. We'll go down to my handy dandy. You know, sometimes I'm wrong. I'm not perfect. This is the truth. So let's see. Are you following the sentences correctly? So 10 here on exercise 4, is that where we're on?
Yes.
Yeah, so 10 is correct. Woohoo! All right, I wanted to make sure.
10-point teacher.
I wanted to make sure because I was like, I mean, no, honestly, there's been times where I'm wrong and I'm like, no, that makes perfect sense. I go to it and I'm like, oh. It does make sense.
It's difficult.
No, but yeah. So I mean, it would make sense. So okay. So why we didn't learn about
normally,
still? Say that one more time.
Normally, we teach still in present tense. We say the students, kids, we can use still in present tense. But according to the context, as you said, we can use it in past tense also.
Yeah. Let's see. And I'm looking, and it's funny because in our first example, they had, or sorry, in exercise number 2. Nope, they don't have still there. Yeah, they don't actually teach about it in this lesson. So we have by the time, as long as, every time, whenever, since, until, while as, before, and yeah. So they don't. So still, you can walk into a room and say, "Are you still doing that? Are you still playing video games?" Okay, and that would mean that it's been going on for a long time, right? And so that's where that adverb would come into play, right? In the past tense, it would mean the same thing. It's just your verbs would then change. Okay, that's why in that sentence when we were saying when was it? Kathy was still sleeping at 6 a.m. yesterday. Okay, even though we are talking about the past, still doesn't change. The verbs around it would change. You can use still in present tense and past tense. Let's see, in future tense.
It's a progressive tense.
Say that one more time.
Teacher, it's a progressive tense, and in the past. That's why the past progressive. It's correct, I think.
Past progressive and using.
Yes.
Okay.
When we solve still, it must be progressive, and this sentence time is a progressive tense.
Yes. When you use still, you have to use progressive. I can use it in both. I can use it in past, present, and future. Okay. So I could say this. All right. So Ismael. Okay. If I come back here and you're still playing video games, you're in big trouble, mister. Okay? When I come back. So we're talking about the future now. So when I come back home and you're still playing video games, you're going to be in big trouble. Okay? Now we're talking about the future. Okay? So it can be used in each tense there. Let's see. Okay. All right. So, class, please save this link. Okay, use it. Keep it in your records. Go back through those rules. There's a whole bunch more, or there's a whole lot more. There we go. There's a whole lot more practices that you can do on your own time. Like as you saw, if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, that's where all the answers are going to be. You can check your work and make sure that you're doing okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, this class was very useful. Thank you, teacher.
Okay, very good. Thank you for coming. I'm glad it was helpful. All right, you guys have a great day or night, whatever it is for you guys. I will see you tomorrow. Reminder: I'm going to be going over 3 ED ending classes tomorrow. Okay, so take a look at my schedule. I have some other classes that I'm going to be teaching as well, but I am going to be doing 3 hours of ED endings. So if ED endings have ever eluded you and drove you absolutely nuts, we're going to be going over those. Okay. All right, you guys, take care. We'll see ya. Bye.
Thank you, teacher.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you, teacher. Thank
Have a
you.
nice day.
You as well. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, teacher.